keep finding myself saying that I love Chris Olave. I want him on my rosters, but someone loves him more.
I'm scared to draft Kyle Pitts, and I'm scared not to draft Kyle Pitts. In this video, we'll give you 5 players moving on up, skyrocketing up Jeff Erickson's top 150 PPR Fantasy Football Rankings for 2022. I'm Alan Seslowsky. He's Jeff Erickson. Jeff, let's start with Kyler Murray.
Well, he got paid. It's pretty simple. You took away one layer of uncertainty, and that is a possibility of holdout and unhappiness. It's still probably not going to get him, but I'm prepared to take him if he slips a little bit. Still have the same concerns on the field a little bit. I don't think he runs as much. I also worry about him wearing down at the end of the season. This puts him a little bit closer to his ADP, puts me in a position where, say, he falls and Lamar's already gone and Burrow's already gone, then I'm prepared to take him. I'm still probably not going to get him in about 95% of the leagues I'm in now.
There's 5 quarterbacks that have 1,000 rushing yard potential. He's one of them. The other 4 would be Josh Allen, Trey Lance, Lamar Jackson,
Jalen Hurts,
my guy. Jeff Erickson favorite, Chris Olave. You now have him as 84th overall. That's a 7th rounder. That's ahead of his NFFC high-stakes ADP of 100 overall.
I keep finding myself saying that I love Chris Olave. I want him on my rosters, but someone loves him more. I keep getting sniped on him. So obviously I have him too low. You vote with your draft. If you're not willing to take him where he's going, then obviously you don't have him ranked high enough. The thing is, I want to have him. I'm going to get him in Dynasty leagues too. We talked about how I moved him ahead of Drake London. I trust the Saints more than I trust the Falcons in terms of the offense. I do like Arthur Smith. Don't get me wrong. I think that they're on the right track, but the quarterback situation is going to be a little messy this year. Michael Thomas is on the PUP list. It's enough to give Olave more first-team reps, puts him closer to being a big part of this offense at the beginning of the season. I moved Thomas down a little bit too, and it's more of a reflection too. If his ADP was 90 and I don't want him, well, I better move him lower.
Sounds like Pete Carmichael is going to let Jameis be Jameis and take some chances with the passing game too. That can only help. I want to talk about Kyle Pitts, because now you have him in range. You have him as your 35th overall player. He is a 33rd overall in the NFFC. I'm scared to draft Kyle Pitts, and I'm scared not to draft Kyle Pitts.
If I'm willing to draft an early tight end, I think that's always the question. And I am. I think I am. And it doesn't have to be a tight end boosted league. If it's a tight end boosted league, he's going in the 20s. I think that I've got him right there with Mark Andrews. I think I had him, well below, like the number 3 tight end. No insult, by the way. It's a little bit of faith here. But he's on a trajectory that puts him higher than pretty much any tight end in history, according to Mario Puig. That's pretty strong words. Different quarterback now, different offense a little bit, so we'll see.
I ask every Kyle Pitts truther this question. Does Marcus Mariota being the quarterback help the case, hurt the case, or is it a net neutral?
It's neutral at worst. I think, first of all, it's a lot of career trajectory. Year 1 to year 2 is huge for tight ends. And then we know Matt Ryan's history is certain guys don't find the end zone. If Julio Jones can't find the end zone with Matt Ryan, how can we blame Kyle Pitts for his lack of touchdowns?
Rhomndre Stevenson, the running back on the New England Patriots. You have him 92nd overall. That's right in range. That's a mid-7th round pick. NFFC high-stakes drafters have him at 101st overall. His ADP is starting to converge. The chasm is smaller with Damian Harris.
And that's by design. For me, at least. They're drafted similarly, first of all. Secondly, he's the pass catcher of the two. The New England backs are always valuable. It's just a question of which week are they going to be productive. But Stevenson's trajectory is up, and I want a piece of that, especially in leagues where I'm waiting on running backs. I absolutely love him as a flyer.
230-pound plus backs that catch the football. That sounds like a cheat code, especially in the 8th round. Let's talk about James Conner. Nobody likes James Conner, except he still goes in the end of the 3rd round in the NFFC high-stakes leagues. You have him as a late 2nd round pick, early 3rd round pick at 24th overall.
Yeah, I've kind of vacillated back and forth on Conner. I think my initial rankings might have had him around here. I moved him down a little bit. Maybe I was reading too much of negative conversation about him. But then I had a conversation with Jim Coventry on Sirius XM on Thursday, persuaded me that I had him too low. He is the goal line guy for Arizona. There is nobody else. Kyler is going to take some, but if Kyler's not going to run as much in the red zone, well, guess who's going to get it? Conner catches passes. He's in a more dynamic offense than he ever was in Pittsburgh, and he really benefited from that last year. It's not a fluke of his production. So I'm moving him back up in part because I wanted him over like Zeke. your guy. I wanted him over, which you didn't take in Vegas. I'm going to continue to pound that point. I want him ahead of Kamara because I still think a suspension is forthcoming with him, and I think it's going to be a significant chunk. It's not going to be the whole season, but it won't be 2 games either, is my guess.
If you like videos like this, consider hitting the like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications when we put up new video content every day. And to see Jeff Erickson's top 150, which is updated every week, click the link in the video description below. And you could also, right now, see behind our paywall for free. Check out the RotoWire premium content at rotowire.com/try. You just need to put in your email. There's no credit card. Everything just lapses after 2 days. Get a free peek behind our paywall.